welcome to ViveCrypto. Today we're doing our 6th episode. I'm here with Steve, and today we have 5 topics prepared for you, and we're gonna start with JP Morgan CEO bashes Bitcoin once again.
All right, yeah. Didn't really look into his marks, if I'm being wholeheartedly, just honest with you.
All right.
I did, however, just grab some information about our boy, the CEO of JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon. The word "investigated" comes up 3 times in his Wikipedia page.
3
Probably
times.
not a good thing.
No.
One of my favorite lines from this is, quote, "A trading operation that piled on risk, ignored limits on trading risks, hid losses, dodged oversight, and misinformed the public." Now, you would think that that would be resolving to the financial crisis of 2009. That is actually 2012. Attorney General Eric Holder announced that the national mortgage settlement, which fined JP Morgan and 4 other mega banks, total of $25 billion, upped their amount on JP Morgan to actually $8.2 billion. Well, guess what? On that money that they were fined for all of this, they scammed the fine. How did they scam the fine? Very simply, they moved. JP Morgan had to forgive mortgages to tens of thousands of homeowners. This would then give them more liquidity, taking it off their balance sheet. To the feds, in turn, credit that the canceled loans against the penalty. JP was, in other words, forgiving loans that were, and what it did instead was JP Morgan was forgiving loans that were no longer owned by them. So they were writing things off their balance sheet that weren't really there, so they scammed the entire fine. Another direct quote in response to that is, "If the allegations are true, JP Morgan screwed everybody. Yes, everybody. Bold letters. So, yes. Jamie Dimon's words should not really be trusted, is my general opinion. But gentlemen, I love that. But go right ahead.
I heard was all bad.
Yes.
Alright, so like I said, this is not the first time he says something negative about Bitcoin. Back in 2017, he said that Bitcoin is not a real thing and that eventually it will go to zero without any explanation. He just doesn't believe in it.
Yes.
He said he would actually fire any JP Morgan trader that was trading Bitcoin because it was stupid.
Yes.
And apparently he said it was against their
and I love the fact that you say that he says it's stupid when, again, piled on risk, ignores limit on risk taking, hid losses, dodged oversight, and misinformed the public.
I know it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it does though, because I was a broker at a point, and the reality is brokers make their money off of fees. And they churn because of that, i.e. they force their clients to buy and sell back and forth for no real reason. So to hear that he's overwaging risk and leveraging and telling you to not do the same things that he does with your money is just because he wants the fee, very simply. You could do it yourself, but he wants the money, and that's why people need to get, more educated.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to say?
True. No, it's okay.
All right, our second topic is Bitmain is going to build a $500 million hub in Texas, for data center for blockchain. So,
okay.
What did you get out of all that?
All right, so Bitmain is a Chinese company. They operate Antpool, that is one of the largest Bitcoin mining pools in history.
Yeah.
His founder, Jihan Wu, Chinese, he was actually the first person to translate Satoshi Nakamoto's white paper into Chinese. And they're constructing a blockchain facility. They expect their operations to begin by next year, early 2019. And their investment is of $500 million.
Yeah, so
that is not a small amount.
No, it's not, and especially this is not a small company. It's going to IPO at an expected valuation of $15 billion, and has invested in Tencent and owns 15% of Uber. which I
Of
thought,
Uber.
which was an interesting little side note.
Yeah.
Texas has great taxes, which is great, but interestingly, the most important thing that I found was basically what was missing from this, which is the fact that there isn't going to be clean air, clean electricity coming from this, which is what we heard from actually Africa when they're going to build their giant.
Yeah.
And I think that it's important to recognize, the environmental concerns to such a large operation. And, I don't really know if this is just run through conventional energy. This isn't not the greatest idea, in my opinion. And especially if you look at the pictures of these mining, these data storage centers, they just look like the most basic data storage centers. I was anticipating, some more hands-on stuff. And it just looks like a warehouse.
Yeah.
With nothing really going on.
Innovative.
Yeah. So I don't really understand what the stop is from, competitors and stuff like that. Like what is specialized about Bitmain? What can they do?
Yeah, that's
because
true.
it seems in my estimation, a lot of their stuff is actually being outsourced and created and put together by them. So I am a little bit confused.
Yeah, that's true. They don't speak about that environmental part at all.
Yeah.
I just figured what he's trying to do is, because he's a Chinese company, he's just trying to expand to North America.
Yeah.
And obviously build this huge blockchain facility, but we don't have any information yet.
Yeah, and maybe there's a larger play at this, maybe something to do with like an ETF creating that after you've brought in $500 million to a certain state, maybe they allow you to open up an exchange or an ETF in the Texas area. Who knows?
Yeah.
Okay, our next topic, Okex, a $400 million leveraged losing bet that's going to cost their traders fees. When you read this, when you went through this, what were your thoughts? What were your responses? What would you tell people to be doing here?
All right. Okay. Obviously, that's a huge amount, and I would be telling people to just leave. Okay.
Yeah.
So what happened is that Bitcoin Will makes a giant losing bet, so now other traders have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Yes, other traders have to pay for him.
Yeah.
Huge amount. Wasn't able to cover the loss because Bitcoin prices fell. The exchange insurance fund can cover it, so everyone else is gonna have to pay a part. They actually tried to stop him from doing this, but they couldn't. He didn't want to cooperate, so they just froze his account. But the damage was already done, so that didn't really help anything. This obviously threatens confidence in one of, they say, the biggest exchanges, because why would you really want to continue to use their services if you don't trust what they're gonna do with your money? I don't understand how would you just stay with them if there's a lot of other exchanges that are bigger or offer better customer service and stuff, more security.
We're just, first of all, we're in the world of fake news, so I saw several times OKEX, world's largest exchange. Not really. Binance is number one, pretty consistently on a longer term volume. Sometimes OKEX beats them on a day, but kind of 7-day sample size. Binance is normally in front of them. Simply, normally. For OKEX, just don't oversell a position and leave uncovered assets. There should be something in your system overriding that from even happening. This is very basic exchange stuff, okay? To have so much money on an exchange that can't override a non-tradable trade is just mind-boggling.
Yes.
This isn't the first time that it's happened. The interesting thing I found about it was really that they were taking the money out from people who, one, basically profited off that same bet.
And that's true.
I guess if you're going to do something like this, ridiculous as it is, I guess that's kind of the evening out system, right? So you profited, but we have to take some of your profits to cover this loss. It's ridiculous. More than anything, I'm not even going to just stop leveraging yourself to death, people, and get on a more respectable trading platform, such as Binance or Huobi, which are two of the bigger ones that I am actively using. Anything else from you?
No, that's all my part. We're gonna move on to our next topic. The CSE is postponing their decision on a pending rule change brought about Bitcoin. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I was actually shocked that the market responded so harshly because the average investor was not anticipating this to get pushed through. So the market responded, shooting Bitcoin down like 10% in a 24-hour interval. Most of the other altcoins worse.
Yeah.
And that's pretty... that would be the expected, reaction if people were anticipating approval. But I didn't really think that approval was happening. I don't really see the point for the ETF as a long-term thing because you don't hold the physical asset. And Bitcoin, maybe you see more as a just investment trading vehicle and exchange unit. But some of these other coins going down the altcoin, they have a lot of other value, i.e. you get dividends or you get special voting rights and things like that, or protocol for nodes that give you extra, value, etc.
Yes.
And I don't understand why long term you wouldn't be giving out your voting rights and stuff to other people to hold your coins for them, where if they lose it, they still lose it, right? And I understand that they're just following the actual price, but still, things can happen in certain scenarios, and you could still get really crushed. There's also the fee structure, which is just what everyone is trying to jump in and get fees. And I just want to point out right now, I know we didn't do this before, there's several coins in which you can exchange fee to fee free. Why are people jumping into more fee things and not understanding that? That is probably the best part of everything we got going. It's not even free person-to-person transfers. And what is going on here? So what we really need to do is educate our investors to stop handing over trillions of dollars to people, to charge them fees, to take away their rights, so they get to be covered. And basically, when you can't vote and someone else has your voting rights, right? Does the word slave come to mind? I'm just being 100% serious, right? That's literally worse. So, frankly, these big banks, brokers, like I used to be one, are normally going to be con artists looking out for themselves. And now that I never really enjoyed that part, and I never succeeded in that part, because you're not going to if you're not looking to just make money. If you're looking to help people in this industry, you're not going to profit a bunch of money, because the best moves are more conservative moves. So that's what I had. What about you?
I want to talk about more, again, about educating people, because this is really important, and I think we should really, just keep focusing on this part. Like, okay, I have seen this so many times, like, maybe someone is, like, saying whatever thing about one specific coin, and everyone is following them, and there's, like, no reason, no research behind, no, like, so, like, who's the CEO? I don't know. What's the project do? Like, I don't know. Like, how did it start?
And then they give you the the keywords. It's on the blockchain. It's peer to peer. All the words that are in almost every project out there.
Like, I don't know, but it's like it's gonna be listed on Coinbase, so it's gonna go up, or like something like you're just like, but that's not really knowing.
Yes, following hype does not educate anyone.
Yeah,
but
and
when someone's posting this coin, and they post it's a coin that's sub $5 is the next Bitcoin, and they're saying 1,000 times your return, that is not educating yourself. Oh, now I know this one coin. No. What does it do? Why does this person believe that it could potentially have the same long-term value as Bitcoin? What does it do that is different than Bitcoin, that is better than Bitcoin? Because it can't just do what Bitcoin does, because there's already people that would never trade their Bitcoin for another coin that does the exact same thing. It makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
So absolutely. Educating the investors is the most important thing, and that's why, even though these podcasts don't yield us any money, I do enjoy doing it, because at the end of the day, there's a handful of people. Yeah, and there's people who are just getting suckered on super stupid stuff, and if you can save them some money that they invest correctly, and long term it grows, you really help that person at the end of the day in a way that you normally can't help people.
Yeah, I know. Like, we do want to help people, and we know that sometimes you don't really have that much time to read, maybe.
Yeah, to stay active in the market and educate yourself fully.
Like maybe a little bit each day, or maybe watch a podcast, a video.
Yeah.
Just anything you can do to acquire more knowledge. It's obviously gonna be super beneficial to you and to everyone around you, because the more you know, the more you can teach the people around you.
And I'm going to jump right into our next topic. Right. Especially you need to be educating yourself when the Bitcoin Bear is in full season, because he has completely roared and taken over the market and ripped the bull, and the bull has fallen around crazily. What do you do in these situations when everything is just falling to pieces and it looks likely that we're testing new lows going for the year? What do you do? How do you try to keep your mind on the straight and narrow? What do you do?
Well, even though it's been bad and you go and you see all red, my advice would be to take this as an opportunity to educate yourself more, grow your portfolio, and just continue to keep adding coins that you like.
Yeah.
I just take this as an opportunity to see what's out there. Maybe I'm missing like a really good project I haven't even heard of, because there's so many out there that you don't always have the time to do every single one. So just don't spend your time watching the market go on. Just take action. Maybe just get some more of the ones you like. Find a new one. Just
continue down the path.
Just keep doing your thing, and eventually we're not always gonna go down.
And again, so I want to look at the big picture, not really the numbers and stuff like that. I want to look at the big picture of what's going on with the cryptocurrency market. Pricing to mine is basically becoming impossible to turn profits, okay, regardless of coin. We have these giant mining operations blowing up all over the place, and these people are not going to be mining millions of dollars of coins and instantly selling them at 50% losses. Okay, so they're going to force hold it. I know it. They're going to do something to force and pump these prices higher. Our hash rates continue to grow. Transactions are down on Bitcoin, but up year over year. And the difference is there's a bunch of other coins that are not now doing transactions. Ether was not getting a bunch of transactions a couple years ago. Other coins like Ripple, dropping right down the list, have a lot more transactions. You have to keep your head down, try to find coins, like you said, that you like. Do not, in my opinion, the most important thing is not to be afraid to be early.
Okay.
Because you might say, I don't want to get Bitcoin at like 6,500 because I want it, maybe I can get it at 5 or 4,000 or whatever your number is. And that, you know what I'm saying, in your number, in your head. I just want to point out that there's people that the first bubble in Bitcoin was from 6 cents to $30. People that were looking on it for 5 cents.
Yeah.
On 1 penny, missed that first jump, okay? Now that 1 penny in the second bubble was $15 to 213. Our third bubble was 130 to over 1,000, and our fourth bubble runs us up from a couple thousand to over 19,000. There's people out there that, because of 1 penny, have missed out on Bitcoin. I literally want to warn people about the prospect of being worried that you're too early. What you should always be doing is buying on your new lows if you continue to like projects, if you continue to like coins, leaving yourself more money to continue to invest if the coins continue to go down, because it's not so much relevant what the market's doing short term. It's more relevant when you're buying a very early, innovative field, what the projects are doing long term, how they're building their way into bridging to normal society to total adoption. So I wouldn't really be worrying about these 30 to 50% losses. Those are mind-numbing, but they're mind-numbing if you've put all your money in, which is what you should never be doing, or leveraging. These are not terrible numbers if you lost 30% of 10% of your investments and you are going to put another 10% in, and you're still accumulating wealth, because most people are working to continue to accumulate wealth. Yeah. So you can continue to buy dips as long as you're continuing to work, or even if you have a passive income such as Social Security, or owning a piece of property, a house, etc. I don't know. There's just so much volatility. Just try to stay even keeled. Just give yourself option to always buy more, and don't ever just go all in. That's the most major thing. Continue to buy more. Don't go all in. because if you're all in misses, in my opinion, you've missed everything. And don't be that person that missed the penny and missed, like I said, 5-cent Bitcoin, 6-cent Bitcoin, or the first bubble. Even if you bought at the end of the bubble, $30 Bitcoin doesn't look bad right now. And especially if you put in, let's just say $100 investment, your $100 investment's $18,000, and yeah, it's ran all the way up to $60,000. But if you just keep cool, sit back and let it do, maybe use it to do small transfers here or there, but continue to hold for the most part, ride it out, add when you can to other projects. That's your move. That's how you're gonna make money into such a volatile asset.
Yeah.
In my opinion. So yeah, all right.
I think
That's
great
it.
advice.
Yeah, that's it. Tune in next week.
That's it. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just wanted to say something else.
Go.
We created this chat
Yes.
group on Facebook.
Yes.
We got some people that are into crypto, into investing. So if
You want to join, feel free to contact us.
yes,
Through the methods below.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
all
that's
right.
all. We'll see you next week.
All right. Later.
Bye.
Bye.